Sporting clubs on St. Kitts will have to attain at least a 70% vaccination level before sporting leagues and competitions can resume, explains Chief of Staff at the GNF General Hospital, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson. He made this disclosure in a response to a question from SK Newsline at the NEOC briefing on Wednesday.
We have had meetings with the presidents, we have had meetings with the players themselves, encouraging them to go forward and get vaccinated. We cannot continue to create loopholes in the system to facilitate persons during the time when we were having increasing positive cases and we were reporting increasing deaths. No one was coming asking when we were going to start contact sporting events. We have told them, however, that there is a certain threshold of vaccination immunity that they need to have among the clubs. I think the threshold we set was 70%. And so we understand that vaccination is a journey for our persons. There are a number of persons who came forward on the first day. Some came forward 6 months later. Some are still coming forward. And so we know it might not be practical, although it is desirable that we have 100% vaccination coverage throughout the persons who play sports. But we ask that at least 70% of them come forward so that when they are playing together, there will be some threshold of herd immunity there.
Dr. Wilkinson explained that due to the nature of contact sports, it is important for athletes to be vaccinated before the authorities can consider resuming sports.
We have said repeatedly that contact sports, it's a high-risk event in that the risk of transmission of the virus during close contact sports, where, for example, in football, you are huffing and puffing in persons' faces, etc., the risk of transmission is significant. And those events can easily become super spreader events. We also saw in our last wave that the majority of persons who were being infected were the young, and the young who were unvaccinated, and the persons who were dying were the older, vulnerable persons.
Amateur sports in St. Kitts and Nevis was suspended by all sporting organizations at the start of the second wave of COVID-19 in the Federation at the end of May. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.